On a dark, winding road just outside a small town, there was a stretch known as Hunter's Hollow Road. The road had a grim reputation, and locals avoided it, especially at night. Strange things happened there, and people claimed it was haunted by a violent spirit. Some said it was the ghost of a hitchhiker, others believed it was the restless soul of a man who'd vanished on that very road years ago. One evening, Tom, a traveling salesman, was driving back from a business trip. It was late, and he was tired, his eyelids heavy. He tried to keep himself awake by turning on the radio, but he only found static. He had no choice but to take Hunter's Hollow Road, it was the quickest way home. As he drove deeper into the forested area, the headlights only reached a few feet in front of him, and a thick fog began to roll in. Suddenly, a figure appeared at the edge of his vision, a man standing by the side of the road with his thumb out, gesturing for a ride. Tom hesitated. Every warning he'd ever heard about picking up strangers flashed through his mind, but the man looked desperate, clutching his arm as if he were hurt. Against his better judgment, Tom pulled over. The man climbed into the passenger seat, his clothes disheveled, face hidden under a hood. "Thank you," the man said, his voice low and rough. He looked straight ahead, never meeting Tom's eyes. Tom tried to make small talk, but the man remained silent. The air in the car grew heavy, almost suffocating. Something felt very wrong, but Tom pushed the feeling aside. He told himself he was just tired, imagining things. But then he noticed the man's hands, pale and bruised, with deep scratches, like he'd been in a fight. As they drove further down the road, the man finally spoke, breaking the silence. "Do you believe in ghosts?" he asked in a hoarse whisper. Tom forced a chuckle. "Not really," he replied, gripping the steering wheel a little tighter. The man leaned closer, and Tom felt his cold breath on his neck. "You should," the man said. "Because you're looking at one." In an instant, Tom felt an icy grip around his throat. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. The man's face began to distort, his skin turning ashen, eyes hollow and dark. Tom's vision blurred, and he could feel the life draining out of him as the man tightened his grip, his laughter echoing in the car. The next morning, the police found Tom's car abandoned by the side of Hunter's Hollow Road. There were no signs of a struggle, and no trace of the mysterious passenger. The car's doors were locked from the inside, with Tom's lifeless body slumped over the steering wheel. His face was twisted in terror, his hands still gripping the wheel, as if he'd died trying to escape something only he could see. Since that night, several travelers have reported seeing a lone hitchhiker standing on the side of Hunter's Hollow Road, waiting for someone to pick him up. And every time, he's said to disappear into thin air, right after whispering, "Do you believe in ghosts?" Please like and share this video for more stories.